Hi guys, it's Chelsea, your Sunday nerd, and this week, our second to last week, it's sad. Our theme is brought to you by Sam, and her theme was that we choose talked about we choose to talk about something that changed our life, whether it was a movie or a TV show or whatever, something that you feel completely changed your life. So my thing's really kind of serious, but I really think the thing that changed my life the most was my parents' divorce. My parents got divorced like 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years, going on 4 years now. Um, and it completely like changed my entire world. I was a very different person then. You know, I they had problems that I'd noticed, but I didn't. It kind of took me by surprise when it all sort of started to happen. And that whole year. It kind of went on for about like a 9 month period where it was like really rocky, and that whole time for me was just really really hard, and it changed my view on relationships and my view on a lot of things. I was really like up until that point I was like really really conservative Christian, um, sort of raised in the church, had a certain mindset about everything, and I didn't really question a lot of stuff. And after my parents' divorce, it sort of forced me to question more things, which in turn, I think, led to me becoming much more open minded, um, to, become really kind of the person I am right now, which is, I think, someone who is better than the person that I was beforehand. I probably I wouldn't have watched Glee probably if this hadn't happened. Glee came out right when it was happening, and I found a really great deal of comfort in that show. It really helped me get through that time. Which sounds weird, but it really did. I really loved that show, and it gave me like it gave me happiness when I didn't have a lot in my life at that time, and yeah, it's just I think when that kind of thing, when your parents get divorced and that kind of thing happens, it does really rock your world. It changes your perception on a lot of things. It changes, because basically I think like you're based on where you get your idea of relationships from is from your parents, and because that's the first relationship that you probably see, and know intimately. So seeing that kind of thing just sort of just completely fall apart is weird, and it just completely changes your perceptions on things, especially relationships, and yeah. So so yeah, that definitely. I mean, I was living in Fairmont, West Virginia. I went to church every Sunday. I was really actively involved in my youth group, and now I still consider myself a Christian, but I definitely am not the same kind of Christian I was before. I'm definitely more liberal, and um, yeah, it's just it's kind of hard to explain and to go into. I don't want to get too personal, but just to go into like um, details about it. I mean, obviously, one of the major changes was I thought I might stay in West Virginia for a while. I never thought I might leave. I moved, but because of the divorce, things leading after the divorce, I ended up moving to Georgia and making new friends and having new experiences. And I wouldn't have been on the nerds had that not happened, because I probably wouldn't have been in the same mindset to do something like that. So it's amazing, like how much it's changed. It's still, it's hard to deal with. It's hard when your parents are divorced. It does make things more difficult, and like I haven't seen my dad since July because we don't live in the same state anymore, and that's always hard. I do talk to him, but it's not the same as like visiting him, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to go home over the holidays just because of my job, and so it's gonna be a little bit before I see him again. So that's always hard, but I think it's good because my dad and I have always had an interesting relationship, and I think putting some distance between us has helped a lot. Um, Definitely, because I don't think I think we have a much better relationship than we did before I moved. Um, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really don't think that I would have been the kind of person that the nerds would have been friends with before the divorce, because it really just completely changed my mindset on things. It really did. It really got me to open up and question and, make my own opinions on things that I just sort of went along with what I was told to do before. Um, I was like I was like 18 or 19 when the divorce happened, so I was still in that being raised by my parent kind of thing, just doing what they told me. But then, what they did was against what they told me was right, and what the way it should be when I was while I was raised. So that kind of thing happened. You have to start opening up your mind. So I'm not glad that it happened, but I am glad about the sort of mental awareness I came into afterwards. Um, so yeah, I don't really know. I feel like I might have been repeating myself a little bit in the video, but yeah, it's a hard. I still find it a little bit hard to talk about and hard to open up about because it's definitely been like the most challenging thing I've ever been through. But I am right now. I'm kind of glad I went through it because I think everyone's in a much happier place right now, and both my parents are remarried now, and they both seem really happy. So um, it's all good now. Just back then, it was a pile of one, and it did completely change my life. So thanks for watching my video. Tune in tomorrow to see Sam, and the last challenge ever is going to be so sad. I might cry in the next week's video. So, thanks for watching. Love you, lovelies. Bye.